Hello there, everybody, and welcome to my Sindell Set 5 First Impressions. This is, as always, coming off of Zach's new video where he revealed all the new Sindell cards. The link for that is in the description, as well as his channel and the Discord, which you should join because Chaos Galaxy is a really cool game that I would like you to experience for yourself. As always, the grading system is out of 15 split into 3 parts: art, stats, and ability. But the scores do not really matter as much as my own opinions, as art and stats are very different from each other, as well as ability and art. They are just generalizations of what I'm feeling. So let's get started. First off, we have Bonbeak. This was shown off in the Set 5 preview, and overall, it's a really cool card. Art, I think it looks pretty nice. It mixes birds and skulls together pretty well. I will say the 3D kind of belly area looks a little off. It looks a little rigid, but I think it overall looks a little basic, but sweet. Next is stats for 2-star, nothing too special. And for its ability, when this zone creature is killed, you can kill one Galaxy Sindell creature. So a lot of the Sindell cards in this set have abilities that kind of do this killing off creatures through other creatures' abilities for the benefit of your planet. And Bonbeak is a really good base engine to use this type of ability archetype, as you could say, because it allows you to kill another zone creature after this one is killed, which allows you to gain 2 stars off of Sindell's ability, as well as it just helps set up a lot of different combos. So this is a fantastic starting engine for what is to come. Next up, we have Darkspark Diabolus. First of all, the art, now that Zach has pointed out that it looks like a skeleton Bart Simpson, now I can't see anything but that, so thanks a lot, Zach. Anyways, I think it's a really well designed card. The colors of red and blue are very well made, and he tried to make it more 2D like his older cards, and I think this captures that perfectly, where it just feels like this type of drawing is fit to be 2D. So overall, I like it. Stats for 6-star, nothing too special again. It is a little on the higher end of 6 stars, I will say, and that's pretty cool. It can hit for 3. It can survive quite a bit, but its ability kind of works into killing it. Only once, you can kill up to 4 cards from the top of your galaxy, gain 1 star for each. If this creature is killed from your galaxy, gain 3 stars. So basically what this means is that if you kill 4 cards off of the top of your deck, as long as they're Sindell creatures, you could get up to 8 stars, which is a lot of stars to gain just from that. Of course, you probably won't kill up to that many, and even if you kill all 4, you never know what you're gonna kill. You might kill a resource, which might not get you extra stars. So in reality, you're probably only gonna get around 4 to 6 stars. That's still pretty nice. And you can kill this off of your galaxy to gain a total of 4 stars, 3 stars from its ability, and then 1 star from Sindell. So overall, this is just a good one to gain a lot of stars off of. I don't know if it'll see too much play though, because it does sacrifice a lot if you want to get those high amounts of stars. But I think it might see play just as a good way to gain a lot of stars and be able to play bigger creatures off of that. Next up, we have Skelequeen. This is a card following off of the Skelly archetype, an archetype that is only at 4 cards right now. One of them is pretty useless. That one's called Skelequeen, but the other 2 have been used in pretty much every single different type of Sindell deck because it's such a powerful combo. Skelegast and Skelepede, because Skelegast is able to bring out your Skelepede, and your Skelepede is able to swing for 3, and then you can also gain 1 point when the Skelegast is killed by the opponent's attack. Theoretically. And it follows this kind of thing where all the creatures have 80 health. So, Skelequeen art, 4.5 out of 5. I think this art is very well done. It's very detailed. It does look like a queen. It has this cool orb in one of its hands. It looks so menacing and but yet so royal at the same time. The bottom of it is a little wonky. It's a little like watered down, but I think this entire picture didn't come out too well. It feels a little watered down. It probably looks better in person though. But overall, fantastic. Stats are very, very good. Yes, 80 health. You might be like, what in the world? And it's a 6-star too. But Skelequeen can hit for 4 and can also be used in tandem with like Skelegast, where you can free play it into there. And then you could bring out Skelepede for 4 stars. You could swing for a total of 7 points with Skelepede and Skelequeen technically. Adding this, I don't know if it will be the best replacement for Skelepede. I don't know if you would want to trade Skelepede for Skelequeen or add this with Skelepede, but I do think this one, since it gains more points, it might be the better option to Skelepede, because even though Skelepede allows you to gain 1 point when another Skelecreature is killed, it isn't used too often enough to make it super duper useful. So I think this is great. And sure, it doesn't have ability, but the force swing is always great. I wouldn't see this being cosplayed though. So yeah, I think it's a good addition to the Skele archetype. It might not be played as much as Skelepede and Skelegast, but I definitely could see it being played. Next up is... Oh, I misspelled it. Okay, next up is Phuppet Abomination. And so first of all, the art, I think it's really well done. The strings with the little red things make it all cool. And the puppet itself looks like a puppet. It could have used a little more texture, but I think it's great overall, and the different colors make up for that. Its stats, 4-star with 120 power and 240 health. Nothing too special. It's slightly weaker in power than something like Blur, but you know, it's not too bad. It's definitely going to be used more as a wall, but yeah. And then the ability, if this creature is killed from your galaxy, you can free play it. And this is a pretty cool ability because basically you could use something like Darkspark Diabolus or Bonbeak to kill it, and then it's immediately free played. So you gain a star, and then you get to free play it, which means you don't have to waste 4 stars on it, which would be really good as just like a good chump blocker. Of course, I don't know if this will see too much play just because it basically serves the purpose of being a free chump blocker, but I definitely think it's good, and it looks like he might be planning to make this into an archetype, this entire Phuppet archetype, but for now, it's only 1 card, and I think that if we do get an archetype, this will become much better. Next up, I feel like by far the weakest card in this entire reveal, it's Bunangry. Art, I'm just very disappointed. So this was actually leaked on his Instagram, and I think now we've seen all the leaked art cards, and I was thinking, man, this has to be a Gaius card because it's got green and it's like an animal, but it's Sindell, and okay, yes, it is in an angry pose, which means that it's supposed to be angry, but it just doesn't make sense to me. I feel like it would have made more sense as a Gaius creature with its color scheme. And then also the art overall is, yeah, kind of bland. Just a bunny basically, but with an angry expression. And I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed that wasn't a Gaius creature. Doesn't mean it's a horrible creature, but also stats for 3-star, nothing too special. It's just a 3-star. And then ability, if this creature is killed from your galaxy, add 1 resource or battle zone to your planet. And this isn't horrible. You know, if you get out Darkspark Diabolus, or if you get out Bonbeak early enough, this could be helpful for just easily adding resource zones. But this is just like Guardian of the Conjurers from the Sindian planet profile, where if it becomes too late in the game, this becomes pretty much useless. So I don't see this being played, unfortunately. So Chainek. this is the next card, and first of all, its art, I think, is really well done. It's supposed to just be kind of this basic, spooky, menacing character. The chains look really nice, and I just only realized, like, recently that there was an X on one of its sides. It's probably just the lighting, though. But overall, it's pretty menacing. I think it could have used a tongue, maybe in its mouth, but I like it. Stats, I can't say too much since it has question mark power and question mark health, but you pay 4 stars, and then the ability directly ties into this. Only once. Attach either one of either player's killed creatures to this card. Both creatures must have the same stars. This creature's power and health becomes that creature's. Now, of course, this is only a 4-star, and you might be like, well, there's not too much you can do with this. Yes, you can give it some pretty good stats, and you can also steal one of the other person's cards. However, there are cards that allow you to manipulate stars, and so if someone is able to pull it off correctly, this could be incredibly powerful, where you could pay 4 stars, but then manipulate it into an 8-star or 9-star, and then bring out something else. And I think that would be super cool if someone did that, and if someone did that, this would be pretty cool. However, if people don't explore that area, then this will not see play. I just hope that people experiment. That's basically what I'm saying. Because this is a really cool card that could find something, but it just needs to be experimented on. So overall, great card. The final card that was a creature for Sindell is Blade Demon, and this is a fantastic card. First of all, the art, it kind of looks buggy, like a bug, but I think it looks really cool. It kind of looks like a bug, but like a really cool bug, and I like the little sparkle on one of the blades, and he just looks really menacing, and those blades look like they could slice through anything. It looks like it could kill something, and I like that. Its stats are insanely good for a 4-star. You can swing for 4, and then 200 health allows it to withstand things. However, its ability draws it back. There's another zone creature, kill this creature, which just basically means that like the health is basically useless, because once a creature is played, this thing is just dead. But this is really good for being very aggro. You can bring it out and just swing for 4, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then the thing is that also I feel like there might be something that could protect this from being killed, like something that could cancel out its ability, which would make this card even more powerful, because then you would have this insanely strong 4-swinger for 4 stars, and then I don't know, someone could make a deck based around this, I bet. But overall, I think it'll be used in aggro decks, and that's about it. Moving on to the resources, we start off with Hellda's Cauldron. Art, I think it looks really nice. The pot looks very cool, and the things popping out of it are pretty cool. Yeah, overall, looks like a cauldron, and looks like a really good cauldron. And then the ability, when a 5-star or lower Sindell creature is killed from your galaxy, free play that creature. And this works like Phuppet, but now you can use this for things like Skelequeen. You could use this on a lot of different things. And it's basically just Phuppet's ability, except you can use it on any other creature. I think this is a great card. I feel like it probably will see play in some Sindell decks. Next, in true Sindell fashion, we have our Troll Rare. And this one is actually useful. Well, actually, there are other ones that are useful, or at least have some use, but this one definitely takes the cake as probably the most useful, in my opinion. Point 2, the sequel to the resource point, which allows you to gain 1 point. And I'll say that's one of the most useless cards that actually does something. So, art. This is a very clean point, and you can definitely tell how much Zach has upgraded in his art abilities, because the previous point was pretty basic, but this one feels like it's metal, and it's really well done. And then the ability, Yes, I give it a 2 out of 5 because when point is played by either player, you gain 1 point. So basically, it works on one card to gain the same type of thing. And you are basically thinking like, well, yeah, nobody plays point. But it has a use that if someone did, in fact, play point, you could play this, and they're like at 19 points or something. You could play this, and then you get a point, and let's say you're at 19 points too. So you tie. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love this card. It will definitely see play. Like, I'm not joking. It will see play with any deck that wants to stop people playing point. Beautiful. Absolutely amazing. I should give this a 10 out of 10, but I don't know. I was being too critical when I was putting this out. But honestly, it should get a 10 out of 10. Finally, we have Abomination Tomb. Abomination Tomb is the ridiculously rare resource for the set. It's actually not the Seal of Eternity that we saw like a month or two ago. It's going to be this one, and it's the first ever ridiculously rare attachment. So art, first of all, I think this looks really cool. The background is kind of like this circly hypnotized thing, and it's pretty cool. This is like by far the best ominous representation I've seen, with like its kind of cross style cool gravestone thing, and then the hands coming out are like one of the Scardian characters, and the hands look really nice, and the cracks look really nice. I think it looks absolutely amazing. And then the ability is just as good. Pay stars equal to the stars of one of your killed creatures. Free play that creature and attach it to this card. If it becomes unattached, kill the creature. I think I would bump this down to a 4 out of 5 just because it's only your planet, but this is still really good because it's basically just like Phantom Matter, where it just is able to bring back one of your creatures from the dead as long as you pay the stars. And this could be good for something like Polysium, where, you know, you're running out of options, so you're like, well, Zeteray, and you can be like, well, I'll just pay 8 stars for my killed Zeteray and bring it back out. And yeah, I think it'll be a really good card for some decks. I think I overhyped this a little by giving it 4.5 out of 5. I still think that's going to be really good for just being able to bring back killed cards. Probably not for Sindell, just because Sindell is able to bring out a lot of their cards pretty easily. Although this gives them another option. But overall, this is quite a nice card to have. So that was my first impressions. Once again, I'm always just randoming my thoughts, and this is going to be heavily edited because I don't know. I'm unscripted for all of these, so yeah. Anyways, check out the links below. Join the Chaos Galaxy community. Happiness is a warm puppy.